I'm really, really excited to be here with all of you today down here in San Antonio. Can I say thank you to you first? I want to say thank you for something. It wasn't until getting prepared for spending time with you all that I had the opportunity to really understand just what you do, how tough it is, how challenging it is, how dangerous it is. But I also know that I have many friends, but to be even, bring it closer to home, family members who will come into an emergency room because they don't have health care or they don't have something else and won't go somewhere else. And it's tough enough to deal with family sometimes when they aren't sick. But the way you all treat them when they do come in, that even though they may not have and they don't do it, I'm not saying it means that this is easy and there's not needing to find solutions, but in the meantime, I do appreciate just how you treat them, that they do walk away. And you know what they say, sometimes the hardest people to help are the ones who need it the most, yet you're willing to still treat them as people. And so personally, I want to say thank you for them, because usually you probably don't hear it from them. Okay? So I thought I'd do that for you. So give yourselves a hand for that, okay? Give yourselves a hand. So what I'm going to talk to you all about today is about fearless leadership. Fearless leadership. I believe we are living in a new reality. Okay? A new reality. And that new reality deals with expectations of patients and board members and administrators and doctors and just people all around, where they're expecting you to do more and more with less and less. Can I get if I was back at home, I'd say, can I get an amen? Okay, so the expectations are going up. They're demanding more. And what was okay or great last year is now considered not good enough. It's like the new definition of the word mediocrity is now meeting expectations. If you're not exceeding them, then something must be wrong. So you understand this. You're living in this new reality every single day. And so how do we navigate through this? I believe it just won't be policy and procedure changes. I believe those are necessary. I believe and you guys know better than me, maybe some wholesale changes are necessary. But I also know there's some attitude components to that. There's some leadership that must take place in this new reality we're in right now that, may not have been necessary in the past. And when I talk about being a fearless leader, I'm not talking about being a leader without fear. I'm talking about being a leader who fears less. Fear less. Fear has less of an influence on my actions and my decisions, especially living in this new reality. Now, as I'm getting ready to get started, I'm going to ask that you do something for me. Over this next hour, I'm going to ask you to do something you typically don't do. Okay? You all serve all the time. You're always giving. You're constantly doing stuff for other people. Many of you are in here right now, and it's hard for you to actually focus on you at all. If you're not looking at your BlackBerry, you're wondering what's happening at the workplace, wondering what's happening at home. But I'm going to ask you for this next hour to get selfish. I'm going to ask you to just think about you. So for the next hour, here's what I want you to do. At the end of this phrase, I'm going to say, I want you to say your name. Everybody with me? Okay, so we're going to do this together. Okay. For the next hour, I'm going to focus on. Okay, everybody didn't do it. Some of you already felt guilty for that. Okay. Okay. Let's try it again. For the next hour, I am going to focus on. Great. Okay, we're all together. So let me point two things out. First of all, I believe it's important to be a fearless leader in the workplace, and that's great. But I believe every single person here is more than their job description. As great as you may be at your job, it's not all that you are. You are much more than your job description. So I'm going to talk about some things that move outside of your job description. And so this new reality that I'm talking about, let me tell you the new reality I'm living with right now. My lovely wife, I married way up, and I'm saying that because I know I'm recorded, but it's true. But it is true, okay? My lovely wife and I, 15 years married, all right? We just celebrated our 15-year wedding anniversary not too long ago. Thank you. Appreciate it. So that's my first new reality I'm transitioning into. Then my oldest daughter just turned 14. That's my daughter Taylor. New reality. Now, my youngest daughter, Madison, she just turned 10. But if you knew Madison, you would also go, oh, okay. So that's the new reality I'm living with. But you got to realize, I also just turned 40. Okay, now, this is a good thing. So the day I turned 40, something happened. I just became a fearless leader. I don't know what it was. But I walked in, woke up that morning, I got up, I looked at my wife, I looked at my girls. I said, listen, there's going to be some changes around here. I said, I'm 40 and I'm a man. Okay. So the whole day, I just went through the whole day going, honey, will you do this? Daddy, will you do this? No. They're like, why? Because I'm 40 and I'm a man. Okay. Got close to about the end of the day, that's when I said it again to my wife, and she went, oh, that's cute. Okay, now, in the meantime, don't take that garbage out and take your shoes off before you walk back in here on my carpet. I was like, okay, babe. Okay, so anyway, we all go through changes. We got new realities. We're all facing them. But I want you to think about not only the new realities and the dynamics that you have to deal with in the work environment, but I also want you to think about what you're dealing with outside of work. Those areas that really matter to you, not just work.